kids, now after visiting the world of trees, I'm gonna take you to a very different, interesting world. The world of dinosaurs. We'll see many types of dinosaurs there. Huge killers, herbivorous, flying dinosaurs, where the most furious T-Rex, the most deadliest predator on this planet, was ruling. The Jurassic period.
Why it is called as Jurassic period?
It was named after the Jura Mountains on the border between France and Switzerland, where the rocks of this age were studied first.
Please tell me everything about dinosaurs. How big were they? What did they eat?
Okay. Cool down, dear. One by one. Come on. Let's watch the Jurassic World. Akdam, bakdam, jadui tikdam. Akdam, bakdam, jadui tikdam.
Can you tell me why is Prince Henry of Portugal called the Navigator? In his youth, Prince Henry had proved himself to be a brave warrior, but his one desire in life was to extend the sea routes of the world and to make his country rich by trade. He set up an academy at Sagres on Cape St. Vincent and began to study astronomy, chart making and mathematics. At his command, mariners set off on voyages of exploration that steadily pushed back the borders of the unknown. His men, both Portuguese and Italian, ventured further and further into uncharted waters. Because of Prince Henry's great interest and encouragement, geography became a science and navigation was much improved. He had certainly justified the proud title of the Navigator. Tell me, how can we see heat? You may not know it, but your body is giving off heat rays. So is everything else around you. The strength of these rays, which are also known as infrared rays, depends on how warm or cold things are. Special cameras and instruments can pick up these heat rays and turn them into pictures. In this way, it is possible to detect and see things in complete darkness. Some burglar alarms work in this way, and so do night sights used on guns. It's also possible to take heat pictures of objects that show how hot or cold various parts of them are. This is very useful in finding out where heat is escaping from a building, for example, or if a part of the body is unusually hot or cold. Tell me, what is cotton candy? Cotton candy is a soft confection that is made from sugar that is heated and spun into slim threads that look like a mass of cotton. It was invented in 1897 by William Morrison and John C. Wharton, candy makers from Nashville, Tennessee. Tell me, why do people snore? It is uvula, a small piece of flesh at the back of the throat that hangs down from the roof of the mouth. Sometimes we take air from lungs and this makes the uvula vibrate, and that's the snoring sound. It happens most often when we breathe through our mouth.
Which planet has the maximum number of moons? It is Jupiter.
Tell me, of what use are our eyebrows? Eyebrows keep the perspiration from our forehead from running down into our eyes. The perspiration that forms when we get hot is trapped by the eyebrows and turned aside, and the moisture runs down our temples on the side of our face. Otherwise, it would blur our vision and make us feel uncomfortable. Tell me, how big is the biggest diamond in the world? Diamonds are measured in carats, not carat. A carat weighs 0.2 grams. The largest fine quality colorless diamond ever found was called the Cullinan. It was mined in South Africa and weighed 3,106 carats. It was cut into 106 jewels and produced the finest, largest gemstone ever, weighing 530.2 carats. Can you tell me, what is copyright? Copyright is the law that protects the works of authors, artists, composers, and others from being used without permission. Tell me, why do swimming pools smell funny? In order to keep pools clean, most people use a chemical called chlorine, which is able to kill off most of the germs that would otherwise be in the water. The downside to chlorine is that it sometimes has a funny smell.
The highest mountain range in Europe is Alps.
Tell me, what are icicles? An icicle is the cone-shaped block of ice that forms when dripping water freezes. When icy snow on a tree branch or a window still starts to melt and drip, it will sometimes freeze again because of the temperature or the other cold ice it encounters while dripping. As each cold drip wriggles its way down towards the ground and freezes in the process, icicles are formed. Tell me, why do kings and queens wear crowns? The crown worn by a king, queen, prince or princess doesn't itself do anything special. Instead, it is used as a symbol, meaning that it shows something to people. When it comes to crowns, the crown is usually considered a symbol of power, honor and goodness. Tell me, why does each country have a flag? Countries have flags as a way of representing themselves. It's a symbol that shows people a country is proud or that a certain piece of land belongs to them. Flags also help join together the people of a country who might live in the same country but still be far away from each other. Can you tell me, what is comedy? A comedy is a play, movie or TV show that is fun, entertaining and often makes us laugh. It can be full of surprises or silly situations that we don't expect, and it almost always has a happy ending. The word comedy can also be used to describe an event or occurrence that was funny.
Who is a river horse? It is a hippopotamus.
Tell me, why do bees make honey? During warm months, bees get their food from flowers, eating pollen and special sugars found in nectar. However, the bees know that when winter comes, there won't be as many flowers around and they'll have trouble finding food. In order to prepare for this, they make honey to keep and eat when the cold weather arrives. Tell me, how does a cow make milk? After a cow eats grass, the grass goes through each stomach where it is processed in special ways to pull out the nutrients the cow will need and catch anything like a twig or leaf that shouldn't be mixed in with the grass. When a cow is going to be a mother, her body will then produce milk to feed her baby. The milk comes out of the cow's udder, the part underneath the cow's body, which looks almost like a big hand with fingers. Tell me, why is fast food unhealthy? Because lots of fast food is filled with fat, sugar or both, it isn't the healthiest choice for mealtime. Having fats and sugars sometimes is okay, but too much isn't good for you and might even make you feel tired or sick. Fast food has a reputation for being particularly unhealthy because of the way it's often prepared. In order to be fast and ready to eat quickly, fast food is often cooked in greasy oils that are filled with fat and missing the nutrients and vitamins that are good for your body. Tell me, why does my mouth water when I smell food? The water that your mouth makes, both all day and when you smell yummy food, is called saliva. Saliva's job is to help break down your food while you chew before it gets to your stomach. The saliva you have in your mouth also helps you taste your food even more. So the reason your mouth waters and makes more saliva when you smell food is because your body is getting excited and ready to eat all of the yummy taste it is detecting through your nose.
Which is the broadest river in the world? River Amazon.
Can you tell me, why does popcorn make a popping sound? When you heat popcorn, it causes the droplet of water inside each kernel to expand. Eventually, the water expands so much that the soft, starchy insides of the kernel just pop, pushing their way to the outside. Can you tell me, why is it bad to swallow gum? Because your body will just get rid of the gum-like waste, you don't have to worry if you accidentally swallow a piece of gum once or twice. Swallowing too much gum can slow down your digestive system. And since gum doesn't break into small pieces like other food you chew, there's a high risk of choking. Can you tell me why orange juice tastes funny after I brush my teeth? The ingredient which helps toothpaste to be so foamy is called sodium lauryl sulfate. The reason that sodium lauryl sulfate has such a strong reaction with orange juice is that SLS is known for temporarily causing your tongue to taste fewer sweet flavors and more sour and bitter flavors. Can you tell me why soda explodes when you shake it up? Soda is fizzy because it contains carbon dioxide which is put into the bottle at the factory by a special machine. The carbon dioxide doesn't mix in with the soda, which is why soda is bubbly when you drink it. Normally the bubbles in a soda are just hanging out at the top of the container, but when a bottle of soda is shaken, the carbon dioxide bubbles get knocked all around the bottle. Then, when the bottle is opened, all of the bubbles try to escape at the same time. The ones at the bottom and on the sides of the bottle rush out the opening so quickly that they accidentally bring some of the soda with them, and then your drink explodes all over the place.
Who is the universal donor? The man with the blood group O.
So friends, did you enjoy with me?
Yes, today we got answers to many of our queries.
Even I had a great time with you too. But now?
Yeah, it's time to go. But I hope you will help us again.
Sure dear, anytime.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you soon.
Yes.